Use the force. Use the force. Do the baby on a magic hand dance, baby on a magic hand dance. Do the baby on a magic hand dance, baby on a magic hand dance. Do the baby on a magic hand dance, baby on a magic hand. Feel the energy. Baby on a magic hand dance, baby on a magic hand dance. Feel the energy, feel the force between your hands. Feel the energy right there where you stand. Let's do the baby on a magic hand dance, cause you can dance. Let's do the baby on a magic hand dance, cause you can dance with me. Let's feel the force. Feel it, let's feel the force. Let's do the baby on a magic hand dance, cause you can dance. Let's do the baby on a magic hand dance, cause you can dance. Feel the force, cause you can dance. Feel the force. Let's use it. Let's use the force. Cause you can dance. Let's use it. Let's use the force between the palms of our hands. Feel it there stretching. Let's use it. Use the force.
Let's use the force, everybody.
That's my fans.
Hey.
Hello, my fans.
How
Hello.
is everybody doing out there
my
in
fans,
internet land?
Let me take a bow. This is my fans. Oh, yeah.
He's taking a
Ooh,
bow.
taking a bow.
Yes.
My fans.
Yes, use that. Do that baby Yoda magic hand dance.
Yes.
Because you can
Oh,
dance.
look at him shake that booty.
Sorry, guys, we were running late than we expected. We had a little bit of internet issues, but apologize to everybody. But we got it corrected. Hopefully the internet's good. Hopefully the sound is good. So I want to say hello to everybody out there. Hello, Mike is here. Hi, Mike. How you doing? And here is Dante. There's Dante.
Yes, Dante's here.
Sounds good, everybody. And Mike is welcome, Mike. Welcome, everybody, to All for Sci-Fi weekly webcast. I'm your host, Eric Walker, and next to me is
Captain Trickster.
Captain Trickster. and he's doing the magic hand dance because he can dance. So
Yes.
feel the force,
Yes.
right?
Feel that force, and thanks to all my fans out there.
We got a big show today, guys. With a lot to talk about. Not just the fact that the song is getting some traction, the magic hand dance, but it actually has an official release date. Ready? Dun, 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 dun. The official release date of Magic Hand Dance, because you can dance, is going to be Monday, February 27th. Mark that date. It's going to come out Monday, February 27th. The premiere of the music video will be sometime in the evening. I'm thinking let's do it at, let's say, maybe, what about 5 o'clock Pacific, or should we do 6 o'clock Pacific?
6 o'clock Pacific.
Let's do 6 o'clock Pacific. We could hear all those sounds, Captain Rickster. 6 o'clock Pacific on Monday, the 27th, will be the world premiere of the Magic Hand Dance video. Over the course of the next week or so, we're going to go ahead and release little snippets of the Magic Hand Dance video, which we really are calling upon everybody to share. Once we release the snippets, it's going to tell everybody when the premiere of the video is going to be, but we invite you to share it on all the social media accounts you guys have, because we want to make this go viral before the premiere of The Mandalorian Season 3, which is Wednesday.
That's right.
Wednesday, the March 1st, is a premiere. And one of the things we're doing in the marketing and promotional thing about the Magic Hand Dance, Captain Rickster, is this is the first time that Grogu, also known as Baby Yoda,
Right.
this is the first time that we actually see Grogu use Force lightning.
That's right.
He uses the Force in the music video. He actually summons the Force, and you see Force lightning coming up through his hands. And it's the first time he ever used it, and it's gonna air before even I don't know. Maybe I'm predicting the future. Will Grogu use Force lightning, or does he have to be more of a Jedi, more trained to use that? Well, in our music video, he does. So we're going to see him use the Force a lot and use video, and it's coming along pretty good. I shared a little clip with a few people as well. It's a fun video, and I just want to share it everywhere because we had great time making it. It's because of you guys and your, inspiration and the Star Wars that we did this song. So let's everybody go ahead and isn't it dark? I don't know. Yoda used it.
Yeah, Yoda did use it.
That's
Yeah.
a good question. Mike says, "Is that a dark side power? Force lightning?"
No.
Well, Yoda
Yoda
used
used
it.
it.
Remember
Yeah.
Yoda in, I don't remember whether it was Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith, but Yoda used Force lightning. Remember
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah.
Okay. So he used it. He might have used it in both. He didn't use it in both. He didn't use it when he fought Dooku as well.
Might have, yeah.
Yeah.
But I do know he did it when he was fighting Palpatine.
I thought there was. Oh, he says he only used it when he repelled Sidious's lightning. That's a good question.
Yeah, it is.
Why can't he do use Force lightning? I don't see why they can't. That's weird. That sucks if it's only a dark side power. You should be able to use it.
I know.
I think they should be able to use it. I don't think it, because to me, it's powerful, but it's white, so it's like light side, dark side. It's kind of a contradiction in my opinion for it to be a dark side thing only when it's light, which is the light side is the light, right? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know who would have the answer? I'll tell you who would have the answer. George Lucas.
That's right.
Whatever he says goes. Deal? There's a deal for you guys.
Yep.
But we got a lot to talk about today. We might as well get ready to jump into it. We're going to go ahead and review Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. We're gonna have a great review of that today. We're going to review the premiere episode of Picard.
Yep.
Which is called The Next Generation. Part 1, I think you said.
Part
right?
1, yes.
And also The Bad Batch, the latest episode of The Bad Batch, Rick's favorite, The Crossing Guard. The Crossing.
Not the guard, but it's the
Not
crossing.
the Crossing Guard, but the guard.
Yeah,
and look
but
what this is going to excite you, Mike. But look, I got my selfie from I got Mace Tawani as Luke Skywalker. It finally came. There it is, the selfie series. This is me, my face. Of course, Captain Richard says it's not going to look like me.
It doesn't.
I don't have any hair, but because I lost my hair.
It looks like the other person you had right there.
But here is the me as here is me as the Mandalorian.
They still look the same.
It's hard to tell, but if you look at them, they look like the same. So you got it right, Hasbro. I guess. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Just don't. Anytime my wife sees this lady next to me, though, she gets mad.
She's jealous.
She gets mad when she sees Ming-Na Wen. She like kicks it, knocks her down. Hey, you know what? It's okay. It's to have a healthy relationship. So and when she says, "Do I think this guy's cute?" and I say, "Yeah, I think that guy's cute." So it's you should have a healthy relationship. So I really highly recommend it. So
also our giveaway.
A little bit like Mace. He does look a little bit like Mace, but he of course has Luke Skywalker's his whole flight suit thing. If we took this part off, maybe it'll look more like Mace. I don't think maybe you can take that off. Let me see. If I take that off, then he just needs the vest, and then it definitely look like Mace.
Of course.
What do we got as our giveaway, Captain Rickster? Because I know you're excited.
We got the client today.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna do the client.
Yeah.
Because Mandalorian's coming out in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Less than 2 weeks.
We're almost
almost there.
Wow, I'm so excited for the Mandalorian.
I know.
They're releasing clips of it already.
Yes.
How many people saw the new clip from the Mandalorian where he's with Grief Karga in the child, and they're in his office, and the baby sees some candy.
Oh yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, and you know that Grogu, he really likes his sweets, right? He stole all those macaroons from that kid, and then I guess whatever type of candy. It looked like macaroons to me.
He also likes his eggs too.
Looks like he's stealing those little beans or whatever from the candy things. Yeah, he's eating Reese's Pieces, Mike says. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so A lot of exciting, hi, Nathan's here. Hi, Nathan. How you doing? A lot of exciting stuff coming up as well in the future. You know, obviously we got next week, we got the Mandalorian. We're going to be not next week, the week
No,
after.
week after.
We got the Mandalorian. Next week we got what? We'll have The Last of Us again.
Yep.
The Last of Us will be the next episode is tomorrow. So next week we have The Last of Us, Picard, and The Bad Batch.
Yep.
So we got, and then the week after that, we're going to add The Mandalorian. So we're just adding more stuff. It's really exciting. Again, this is a great year again. Love sci-fi, guys. I say it and I sound like a broken record, but
He is a broken record.
he is a broken record. He's a broken record. Oh no!
Not that record.
Get
Record.
some.
Record, not record.
Get some. Oh yeah. That episode was great last week, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Love it. So, anything else coming up that we need? Any other announcements, Captain Rixer? Obviously,
yeah.
Celebration is coming up. Everybody's excited about Celebration.
are.
It looks like we're not going to go. I mean, now it's maybe a 20% chance. So it looks like we're going to pass on Celebration again because it's so far away. It's in London.
Yep.
This year, and we got too much stuff going on with the window business and other things we're doing. Unless, who knows? You should always have hope,
That's right.
like they say in
Always.
Star Wars and movies. Have hope. So maybe we'll go, but as of right now, we got the Celebration coming up. What else do we have coming up?
We've got WonderCon coming up.
Oh, we are going to WonderCon, so that's for sure. They actually approved us as a vendor, so we're definitely going to WonderCon. If anybody's going to WonderCon as well, let us know. We'd love to hang out with you and have a little meetup at WonderCon. That would be fun.
Yes, that would be a lot
If
of
Mike,
fun.
if you're going, let us know because it's in Anaheim, I believe.
Yes, it's in Anaheim.
Right. So we got that coming up. That's great. So excited. Okay. So Outer Banks comes out on the 23rd. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Oh, on the 24th. Happy birthday to Raven too.
Yes.
To your daughter. So yeah, so I have to watch that. We did start watching because, and we love WonderCon too, Mike. We did start watching Extraordinary.
Yeah.
We haven't watched too many episodes. When we finish all 8 episodes, I believe it's 8, right?
Yes.
We'll go ahead and give a review maybe next week. In between, we'll throw in a quick review of that. It's interesting. It's on Hulu, and Stan Solo recommended it. It is very adult, so don't have any kids watch that.
That's definitely true.
No kids for sure. So what do you want to review first, Captain Rickster?
Let's do Ant-Man.
You want to jump right into the movie, huh?
Well, we can do that, or we can do
That's okay.
Picard.
We'll go with your suggestion. Why not? It's the latest thing. It's the newest thing because it just came out yesterday, right? Or
Yes,
Thursday.
Thursday.
So let's go ahead and give the official review for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. As you know, at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars is the best. If it's 3 stars or less, we don't recommend going to the movie theater. If it's 3 stars or below, we don't recommend watching it. If it's streaming, don't stream it. Don't go to the movie theater. It's no go if it's 3 or less. Okay. We're pretty optimistic guys. So there's only been a few things that have gotten 3 stars from us.
That's true.
The official rating of Ant-Man and Quantumania, the Wasp, gets an All for Sci-Fi rating of 4.75 stars. It was leaning towards 4.8. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
I'm gonna give it a 4.90.
Oh, I was leaning. I almost gave it higher, but I'm trying to be more reserved now. The longer we do this, I get more reserved. But it almost deserved a 5 stars.
It did almost. Yeah. That's how
If
good
you
it
have
was.
not seen, I don't understand this because I was reading online, and we're going to talk about why I gave it such a high rating. And one of the things that disturbed me when I was reading online was how low the Rotten Tomatoes score is on Quantumania.
I don't listen
But
to
the
those
critics,
idiots.
the critics seem to like it,
Yes.
and we know that critics could be bought. Some,
Not all.
but I don't know who's running that website at Rotten Tomatoes, and I think it's got a lot of people that get on there and groups and stuff, and there's just too many haters on there. But it definitely, the score it's getting on Rotten Tomatoes is just, they got to fix that website because it's ridiculous. But I really liked it. I almost gave it even higher. I wanted to give it a 5-star. It is a good movie. It really is good. And the special, you got to see it in IMAX. Go to the movie theater and see it. It's beautiful. The special effects are outstanding. Some
Oh,
of the
yes.
best special effects, and I hope it's ILM. I
I
didn't
do too.
look at the credits to see, but I hope and sure they share it. I think ILM does do some stuff for Kevin Feige and the Marvel Universe. But the effects were just outstanding. Uh, the storyline was kind of neat. It had a kind of a quirkiness, a little funniness with Scott Lang. Well, let's go ahead and talk about it. If you haven't seen it, sorry if you're going to get spoilers, but that's what happens when we do reviews. We're going to talk about it, what we
That's
liked
right.
about it. And it starts off in the quantum realm in the very beginning
Right.
of before it starts, like a prologue. And you see Scott, would you say that's his mother-in-law?
That's his mother-in-law. Yeah.
So it's not his real mother? Okay.
No. Hope is her and
It's her mother?
It's her mother. Yes.
But she's together with Scott's father? That's kind of weird.
No. The mother and father are together.
They're
Uh,
both from, Scott's not related to them, is what
No.
you're saying. Okay.
Scott is totally somebody else.
He's not. Okay.
He
Well,
was-
I don't
he
know
was-
enough
he-
about these comics.
He was a thief before he became Ant-Man.
Okay, so the guy who's Ant-Man is the real father of Hope and the mother. I forgot the mother's name, but so the mother-in-law is in the quantum realm. She's stuck there. Okay.
Yep.
And she ends up about to get killed by these weird-looking creatures, and she kills one of them. The other one's about to get her, and then Kang kills him.
Kang does.
And when I saw Kang in what was it, Loki? He was in Loki.
Okay, yeah.
And wasn't Loki the one who banished him
No,
or helped?
help banish him. Yes.
Okay. So I didn't like Kang in the Loki series enough, but when I saw him in this, I start to get his character more. I
Right.
like how he's calm and he's sensitive, has that sensitive thing. But in this movie, he gets ferocious.
Yes, he does.
And very, like, he'll tear you up. And that's what you want to see from Kang, because
Yes,
he's a
that's
bad
what-
guy.
He's a bad guy. Yes, that's what you want to see.
So, and then it goes to the present day. You see, we're back in San Francisco. Scott Lang he releases a book, and he's talking about his book, and the dialogue is great. Even the book, I would like to read the book. If Scott Lang wrote that book.
Yeah, it would
He's
be
talking
nice.
about all his adventures with the Avengers and all that
Mhm.
stuff, and
Yep.
but he has a nice moment. He talks about, but the best thing he ever did was his daughter.
Yeah.
And all those were special moments. And the writing is so good that they intertwine it, and they keep, even in different parts, they reference other lines in the beginning and of the movie, later in the movie, and you even hear the daughter and the father-in-law. You could tell he read his book, and he was very happy about that.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was.
they reference everything. It's just really, really well written, this piece. And I think the reason why Marvel is doing so much better than DC. Speaking of that, when we went to go see it, we saw a preview of the Flash.
Yeah, the new Flash
which
movie.
is DC has a lot of issues, of course. Hopefully,
they do.
James Gunn could help them out a little bit, but you see why, because it's well thought out. The whole movie, the way even the end credit scene again is great.
It is.
Because it's going to set up that Kang movie,
Mhm.
Kang and whatever, the Dynasty of Kang or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's just Michael's talking about the book is available. Okay,
Oh, it is.
wow! I like
It
to
is.
read that
Oh,
Scott
yeah.
Lang book, because when he was reading it, it was pretty cool, actually. Whoever wrote it, I mean. And I started to characters more so than I have on any Avengers movie.
True. Right.
I started
Yeah.
because it was more about a family, and I started. This movie just hit me stronger than even all the Avenger movies, and maybe that's it, because of the family element.
Mhm.
You guys really hit it out of the ballpark on this picture. My hands off to Kevin Feige, everybody over there at Marvel, everybody doing all the special effects, the music. I like wanted to see who did the music. It was so great.
Yeah.
All the way through it. And it was a guy I hadn't recognized before. I was going to take a snapshot of his name, but I don't have it. But his name is Christoph or something like that. Someone I don't recognize. So he did a really great job on the music. And we'll take it from there. So anything else? Captain Rickster, what was your favorite part of Ant-Man? What was your favorite part?
When Ant-Man got defeated. When Kane got defeated at the end, and how they were gonna go, how they were gonna go home, and there was the touching, loving moment right there. And then their daughter.
Right, we thought they were trapped.
Yeah, I thought they were trapped. And then their daughter opens up the realm so they can get out. That was pretty cool.
And then it ends. Yep.
Yep. They confess their love to each other, which they've always have. Because
Right.
that's who the daughter is from Hope and Scott Lang.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was her mother-in-law.
No,
Oh, I didn't know that.
the mother-in-law is.
I didn't know he was this like. I didn't know that they had a child. They made it look like that's his daughter, not hers. That's the way I came across to me, but I don't know for sure. You might know because you may, but that doesn't mean they didn't change it for the movies.
That's true. They could have changed everything for the movies.
Guys, go see Ant-Man and Quantumania. Great special effects. Oh, just beautiful landscapes, different worlds, like out of this world. It really is. It's what I wanted to see in that movie Strange World.
Oh yeah.
You thought
yeah.
you were going to get that in that cartoon.
Right, and you didn't.
You got it in this,
Yep.
in this live action thing. There, Christoph Beck.
Yep.
Yes. I don't know if he's done other stuff, but I got real interested in who was doing the music, as you know, because I did music. What else? Oh, you said your favorite part. My favorite part was when Scott Lang got really big and huge and he started running towards the thing and he like slammed into it to make it buckle in this force field. When he got really big, that was my favorite part.
Mm-hmm.
He got like this, he became huge, like
He was a huge Ant-Man.
bigger than you've ever seen him
Yep.
as Ant-Man. I mean, he was huge and he's like running to try to save his daughter through he's like taller than the skyscrapers and he slams into the force field and knocks it out. And I go, yeah, way to get him.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. It was nice when his daughter turned big too.
Yes, I like that part too. And again, the girl playing the dot, everything was great about this movie. It was
Yeah.
a great family movie. It was everything you could hope for. I hope it does well because and I wouldn't have thought that this movie. It was a movie that I didn't expect to be this good, Captain Rickster.
Yeah,
I really didn't.
but
It surprised me.
it was the writing who did it really good, along with the director who
I mean,
directed it.
I think everything, the producing. I think Kevin Feige has to get everything all
Yeah.
the way down the line. I mean, and then they have the end credit scene, which I almost was gonna. I didn't have enough time because we had internet issues, but I was gonna upload the end credit scene and play it for you guys
Mhm.
because I recorded it. But I never record movies, but this end credit scenes, sometimes I want to record them and look at them later. But I was gonna show it to you guys, and guess what happens in the end credits?
Oh,
You
yeah,
see all
yeah,
the
yeah,
different versions of
Version of
Kang.
Kang.
Did you know Kang was alive in the Egyptian times?
Well,
He
yeah.
was like he was like Tutankhamun or what?
Mhm.
How I can't pronounce the name right, but he was one of the old Egyptian pharaohs.
Yeah.
It showed him as a pharaoh, Egyptian pharaoh. It showed him as these different gods.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're talking about what to do, and he said, "Bring all of them." So they brought all and they talk a lot about the multiverse in this too,
Yes, they did.
and how he's led his life through all the multiverses, and in the end, it all ends the same way in a bad way, and he's trying to correct it.
Mhm.
You almost saying, well, maybe we do need Kang because he's going to fix things, and because even Scott Lang said that at the end. No, what's going to happen?
Yeah. Good. But Kang's dead.
Well, okay.
That Kang who made all the rest of them.
Yeah. But it was, again, 4.75. Captain Rickster almost gave it 5 stars.
Mm-hmm. I
Go
should
see
have,
it.
but I didn't.
Well, we're going to reserve. We're going to be a
Yeah.
little bit more conservative about our ratings now, because but we're still optimistic. We're the glass half full type of guys.
Mhm.
I am, at least.
Yeah, well,
So,
the next one coming out is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume
ooh,
3.
that looked good. The previews on that looks really into the galaxy. I can't wait to see Gamora again.
Mm-hmm.
We're just living in great times, guys. Wow.
Well, next month comes out Shazam.
Oh, I forgot about Shazam too.
That's coming out next month.
Wow. Wow, we got a lot of great stuff coming out.
Oh yeah.
That's just awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and switch gears, and let's talk about Picard.
Yes. Picard.
Since you picked the first one today. Okay, Star Trek Picard. This is the final season, season 3. It's on Paramount Plus, and it promises to give the next generation the send off they never had.
That's right.
Doing it the right way, and they got the showrunner on that show is a big Trekkie, and it shows, guys.
Oh, yes.
I mean it. He says Mike says he loves Captain Marvel, Shazam. So yeah. It's so the first episode is called The Next Generation. So we start off, and let's give the official rating. As you know, 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars the best, 3 stars. And the premiere episode of Picard, The Next Generation, episode 1, I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
I'm gonna give it a 4.6 though.
Okay. No violence today.
No,
That's always a good thing.
I want to keep my teeth in my mouth. Otherwise, I want to be talking.
Well, I think it deserved higher, but I don't want to start off the season with a 5-star.
No,
rating.
not yet.
But yeah, 4.5 stars. It was really good. I mean, the effects, the new ship, the Titan, looks great.
Yep.
And that captain, who's the captain of the Titan, boy, is he a jerk.
Yeah.
Ay. Boy, I just don't like that guy. And we got anyway. Let's go ahead and jump into it. The episode starts off with Dr. Beverly Crusher. She's way out in
Space,
almost not in Federation space. She's like hiding and running from something, and you see her being attacked, and she could really fight back. So she ends up getting shot and injured, and she ends up fighting her assailants. And what's awful?
Beverly Crusher getting shot.
Oh yeah, no. Well, she's fighting back. She basically she ends up winning the battle and killing the 2 people that came after her. And they have this weird. They look weird. They almost look like these bird type creatures. She's because she's hiding. Yeah, we don't find out right in this episode why she's hiding yet. There's still a mystery. It's probably coming in the next episode.
Yep.
But she finally, nearly, she's bleeding. She gets messed up, and she makes this other companion she's with. We don't know who that person is at first.
No, first no.
First, we find out later when Picard shows up there, but at the end of the episode. But he's banging, trying to help her, but she has him locked in. This younger male locked in another room. But she takes care of the people. Finally, gets rid of them. She sends a coded message to Picard using, how they have those comm badges, like the old Next Generation ones. She sends the coded message to Captain Picard's badge, and it starts beeping. And he's sitting inside his Chateau Picard in France, his winery.
Yep.
And he said, "What's that noise?" And he goes over and looks through a box and picks it up, and it's beeping. And he discovers that and finds out it's a message.
Yeah.
And he gets it to come on. He uses the right code because you put a code on it, but he's clever and figures it out that it's a Modoc, and and she looks very distressed. She's calling. She's saying she needs help and yada yada yada, and she's saying, "Don't trust the Federation.
Right.
Come in. I need help. I'm in hiding. I'm sending you my coordinates so you know where I'm at. Only you know where I'm at. But don't bring the Federation." So the next thing and there's a couple scenes with Picard and his Romulan lover that's taking care of him, and then it goes to we see Riker Riker shows up and he's in a nightclub. And this is just right before Federation Day, by the way. They're getting ready to.
Yep.
And so Picard talks to Riker, tells him about what's going on with Beverly, and he wants to help right away. And Picard said, "No, you don't need to help. You don't risk everything." He says, "Of course I'm going to go on. Let's go on one last mission." And also, it's interesting. You said the thing about Beverly Crusher being hiding and being out in Federation space, Mike. We learned during this time period that Beverly's cut herself off from everybody.
Yeah.
She's disappeared for 20 years.
Mhm.
For 20 years, she has made no contact with not just Picard, but any of the
Anybody.
Federation. Not Geordi, not Riker, not Deanna Troi. Nobody. She's just cut herself off, and everybody's trying to find out. Wondered what happened to her. So it was kind of that's why it's even more of a surprise when this happened.
Yep.
So basically, what anyway, so of course Riker's going to go, and Riker has an idea, and he ends up, even though she said no Federation, Riker decides that they're going to go try to do an inspection on the Titan, like do an admiral, because
Yep.
he's retired now. Picard's retired, but he's still a retired admiral. So he decides that they're going to do an inspection, and Riker's still a captain. He's still in Starfleet, even though he doesn't have a ship.
Right.
And the Titan used to be his ship. He gave it up to this new jerk. So
Yeah,
he
no
decides,
kidding.
let's go do an inspection, and we'll get them to go travel near where she's at, and then we'll take a shuttlecraft and we'll keep them out of it. They come up with this whole plan. So, and guess who's there? Guess who is the number one on the Titan? Dun, dun, dun. 7 of 9.
Yep.
Because they fast tracked her so she could, she agreed to join Starfleet, and they fast tracked her, and she's already a number one officer, and she just started. So, and they ended up telling they have dinner with the captain, and they say they want to go and take the ship out and try to get it to do an inspection, and they want to go to this area, and they don't tell the captain why, and he denies their request and says, what does Dante say here? I just got my hands. Let me see. Dante, I just got my hands on Universal Studios sound effects library. I've had that. That's a good sound effect library, Dante. I had that at one point. I think I had it on CD or something. One point. It's a good effects. So they're trying. The captain says, "No, you can't go. I'm not going to take it way out there. That's too far away. We're going the opposite direction." Even though and they kind of joking with them. Well, this thing could go warp 999 or whatever. We could make up the time, and why not take it for a ride, like a joyride? And he's not going for it. This captain's by the book, and says no, and he's a jerk or whatever. So they go back to bed. They're trying to figure out what to do, and the captain humiliates them, and when he gives them quarters, he only gives them like I have bunk beds.
Yeah.
He went in Starfleet, and he's on a bunk bed.
Yeah.
With another captain who's high ranking. So that shows you what a big jerk this captain is.
Mhm.
So they're not sleeping and are wondering what they're going to do. They're getting further away from Beverly, and they were trying to come out there to help and maybe take a shuttlecraft. And then 7 tells them to speak to them. And when they show up, they find out that she, without telling the captain, disobeyed the captain and went to where they needed to go. And she says, "But you got to tell me what's going on. You're my friend." And she's talking very stern with Picard. And Riker was a number one, so he's like, "Don't you talk to the admiral this way." And he's very straightforward too. Still, about it's about the policy and whatever. And she goes, "I'm speaking freely to a friend." And Picard says, "No, let her." And he tells her what's going on with Beverly. So she goes, "You know what? Go ahead. You have about 5 minutes to get that shuttlecraft and get out of here." And they just get out in the nick of time. So
yeah, they do. Yeah, everybody. Captain locks everybody down.
Yeah. So they get out in the nick of time. They end up getting there to the ship. They find the kid, and that's when they find out that kid is Beverly's son.
Yeah.
It's Beverly Crusher's son. So I'm wondering, is that Jean-Luc Picard's son? They didn't say it.
No, they didn't say. No.
They didn't say that it was Captain Picard's son, but I know Beverly had a relationship with him, but that doesn't mean that they had a relationship right at the end either. So
True.
I'm wondering whose kid it is. Obviously, it's her son, but I
We'll
mean,
find
who's the
out.
father?
We'll find out.
And right at that, then they are found again by the people that were chasing Beverly, and then it ends. What an episode!
It was an episode.
What an
yes.
episode!
Yep.
You are doing it right. You are doing it right. This new showrunner, I'm excited. I'm
Mhm.
excited. Somewhere online, Captain Rickster, they have all the episodes and the names of them. Maybe
Right.
I'll look for it. So next week, maybe we could read off the names and talk more about exciting stuff. But what was your favorite part of this of the premiere episode? What was your favorite part?
Oh, when 7 and 9 was talking really frank to the Admiral.
Oh yeah,
That was really good.
that was nice. Yeah.
yeah.
And he and Riker got in her face about it a little bit.
Mhm.
Let me think about what my favorite part was. Actually, I don't know if it's my favorite part. If I go action wise, when Beverly Crusher was when she how she beat those villains down who attacked her ship.
Those were Borgs, actually.
I don't think they're boards. They're making this weird chirping sound, like that, like clicking sound. It wasn't quite like that at all, but it was a clicking sound. It was weird. They weren't Borg. Okay, so I like that scene, the very beginning scene, the opening scene with her, and how she even shot the thing to have the whatever it's called, some smoke thing come down so that she could go around him and shoot him and kill him.
Mm-hmm.
She did a diversion thing, like a diversion tactic, and blew apart something that caused a lot of smoke to come out, and how then she showed him no mercy. She was ruthless. She got right up and on him, even after she shot him and he was down. She went over there to make sure he was done, and she shot him again, point blank range, like
vaporized him.
Yes.
Actually, she vaporized both of them.
Yeah. So, and that was probably was one of my favorite scenes. I guess my other Rafi. Rafi is great too. I liked Rafi's scenes as well. Some of those were great. And we didn't bring up Rafi. We talked about this entire episode and didn't bring up Rafi.
No.
Michelle Hurd, who we met. We met Michelle at FedCon in Germany last year. She's dancing with me. I have a video of her and I dancing. One of these days I'll release it.
She is very nice person.
Yes. Sweet lady too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. She's 7 of 9's girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's right.
Ex-girlfriend.
Right. That's right. Yeah, that scene was great. That the attack on the about the red lady and it imploded.
Yep.
That was this episode. Wow, the stuff that was in this episode, we didn't even talk about all that, but that stuff was great too.
Yes, it was.
That was great because she was putting on a show like she was on drugs.
Yeah, drug addict.
Right, and she did this great act. She should have won Academy Award. Then later she's like, because she's working with the secret. I forgot the name of. They have a name for the security thing. I bet you Mike knows the name.
Oh, you know
something like sector something. I think it's called sector something 7 or not 7, but sector something. But you could tell she's working for that underground security stuff. And yeah, great characters too. Great characters. It was nice seeing Rafi. I'm hoping to get to see. We didn't get too much of Data's child last year. The doctor. I forgot her name, but she's the weapon, I think, though, too. Right? She developed it. I think. Wow, guys, what some great stuff, man! Isn't it great to be alive and watching sci-fi stuff? So
yes,
okay.
It is.
Before we get into the Bad Batch, which we'll get into in a second, we're gonna go ahead and do this unboxing of the client. And I already showed you the Mace one. So let's go ahead and bring this up and let's go ahead and start talking about it. As you know, at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system as well on toys. So it's a 0 to 5 stars, 5 stars being the best. But let's open this up and we'll give this the client a review. This is the back. Very distinguished. What great artwork. All these blacks 6-inch ones, great artwork. They're well made by Hasbro. It's time for a Mace figure, Hasbro. Why not all the whole Ewok? Why not more Ewoks and stuff like that? Why not Teak? Why not Noah? Why not other things? Okay, so this says the client, a mysterious Imperial who keeps a low profile in a safe house on Navarro. The client is the face behind an otherwise faceless bounty, an off the record assignment with a high value. Interesting. And the client is from season 1. That he was the one that hired Mando to go get the baby, and gave him the best car for it. I'm gonna take this out because it glares too much anyway. That's what it looks like inside. Oh, he has the little ice cream maker thing here, which had the best car still in it.
Ice cream maker.
Well, that's what they did. They took an ice cream.
Yeah, I know what they did. Yeah,
Yeah.
took an ice cream maker and
That's
made
why
it
they
like
call
that.
it that. It's neat. We get this, and at Galaxy's Edge in the Droid Depot, they have one of these. I still need to buy one, by the way. We need to go back to Disneyland.
Not
We need
yet.
to let Mike know too. Okay. And it even has some Beskar in there. I just saw too, a few little things at Beskar. See, Beskar. And a fob, a tracking fob as well. It's got a lot of accessories, this toy. It kind of look like him. Looks like he's got some metal on. Is that a metal from like almost looks like a metal that was given to, it wasn't given to Chewie, it was this metal that was given to Luke and Han, right? Very good articulation. His jacket here is made out of vinyl. It's not cloth. Let's check his. Yeah. It's boot. Yeah, he's a great looking figure. Let's see if we could see. Yeah, he's not here. You know, he can't hold a weapon, but I mean, this is nice. This little metal's nice. Okay. Let me grab the ice cream maker out real quick, and the Beskar steel and the tracking fob. Oh, please excuse the sound. He stole Chewie's metal. We all need some Beskar. Oh wow, this Beskar steel is really thick. I like the fact that it's thick and not so, because some of the other ones that I've seen, they're so small you could lose them. But this was on some other ones. But look how some of the other ones, this Beskar steel, look how thick that is. Some of the other ones, and I don't remember which figure it was. But we have another one that has Beskar steel. It might be in one of the things with the base. It's
Armor
much.
has it.
It's was it the armor?
Yeah, the armor.
It's much smaller. It's not big. But I like this one because that other one you could lose easier. And of course, you have a tracking fob. Those are pretty cool. You remember Dominic Pace?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, he played season 1. He was selling some of these tracking fobs, and he was signing them.
Yes.
That was pretty cool. I think I got one of them from Dominic Pace. Really great guy. If you haven't met him. Okay, so here you go. So, and it opens. See? That's really cool, because then now we can go ahead and put the Beskar steel in there. We can keep it because it's worth a lot of money. A lot of You know what? It's just enough fits. Only they made it so the two fit in there perfectly. That's really they probably did that. That's why they made them fatter and wider, so they could fit in there perfectly. The perfect amount. Only two. And these other ones, looks like these open. These little compartments open on the side. On the side here, these look like the doors look like they open. Maybe you could put the track fob in one of those. As you know, at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system, as I mentioned, 0 to 5 stars, like we do on the movies. I'm gonna give. I really like this figure. I don't have a lot of negative to say about it. I'm gonna give it a very high rating because I like the accessories as much as I like the figure. So I'm gonna give this an official All for Sci-Fi rating of 4.8 stars. Very high rating because the accessories are great. This is a well-made figure as well. I'm gonna give it to Captain Rickster, and let me bring him up, and so he could take a look at it real quick. And again, here's the tracking fob. Does the jacket come off?
No. I tried.
The jacket will not come off. That would have been cool if the jacket came off. Here's the tracking fob right here, and the best car inside the ice cream maker. But yeah, that would have been cool if it came off, like, you know, Mando's thing. This is me as Mando, but this comes off. So.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, one arm is kind of stiff and the other one's not.
This is the
This is the ice cream thing here.
It has if you look inside, I put the best car steel in
I
there.
saw that. Oh yeah, just perfect.
I mean, if it can't, you would damage it. You might be able to take this jacket off, but you definitely damage
You'd be
it.
damaged, yeah.
And this part right here, this little decorative thing, you can't. That won't come off.
No.
So no, I mean, you would have to cut this. You would have to cut it right here, this little piece here, so it would damage it. Yeah. So no, the answer pretty much is no. The metal might come off. Does the metal come off? Let me see.
I didn't try that, but I wouldn't take it off.
I think the metal, the little medallion might come off, but it would take some work for it to come off. Okay, there you go. The client from the Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get say a rating? I didn't hear.
No, not yet. I'm gonna give it. It has some good stuff, and I like all the little things here,
Right.
along with the Beskar stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing does. Nope, doesn't fit in there. I'd try.
The tracking fob.
Tracking pod, yeah.
Fob.
Bob.
But
yeah, I would probably give it a. Would you give it about 4.8?
No, I 4.80. Yeah, I give it a high rating. I like it, and not just because it's an older figure. It is an older figure, but I love the accessories. I like the ice cream maker. I like the tracking fob.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.75. I wish the cape was more of a cloth instead of plastic.
Yeah, this is a good time to. Well, I mean, this is kind of a jacket, and jackets aren't. They obviously are not going to make them leather, right? But how do you do a cloth jacket? This would in real life this would have been a leather jacket anyway.
Of course.
So the closest, I mean, you can't really do
but they can make cloth.
Cloth.
Out of it.
Well, this part right here, the part that looks like a rug at the top, that should have been definitely either some sort of different material. Yeah, that would have been cool if they would have made this for sure. This top part would have been better cloth or some sort of material. Yeah.
But 4.75 is good. I'd go out and buy it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it looks really good. So okay, so what else? Oh, we got the Bad Batch.
Yep.
What you guys have been waiting for, the Bad Batch. Because guess what? They're bad. Hey, did you know there's a movie called The Bad Batch out?
No, I didn't know that.
I saw something on Facebook, and I want to say it looked to me like Jason Momoa was in it. It was like maybe one of his first movies. Mike might know about that, about the movie called The Bad Batch. And I only saw it because I was on Google. No, it wasn't Facebook. I was on Google trying to get the image to post on Facebook. And when I clicked images for Bad Batch, I saw where it saw the DVD cover called Bad Batch. And I saw a picture, and it looked like on the cover, it looked like it was Jason Momoa in it. So, who is Aquaman? So, okay. Wow, what a great episode! This last episode of the Bad Batch. I mean, this show really. Again, every week when I see this show, I'm amazed that it's a cartoon. That it's not live action. The acting is amazing with even though a lot of it's played by the same person playing all the clones. You know, D. Bradley Baker's great, but even the acting of the girl that plays Omega, Michelle, She is really a great actress. I mean, she really nails it. Sid was in this episode as well. You know, Rhea Perlman couldn't do better than that, guys. Um, these characters are great. Everything about it's good. This episode was called The Crossing, not The Crossing Guard, but The Crossing. And interesting take on basically. Let's go ahead and give the official rating. Oh, Mike said, yeah, Jason Momoa in The Bad Batch in 2016.
16.
Yeah, I just got a real quick glance at it when I was looking at the images for the Facebook post for today's show. Okay, but yeah, I get amazed just how great the technology is. But let's give the official rating first before we get into the episode. The As you know, our rating system is 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars is the best. 3 is no go. The Bad Batch, the latest episode, The Crossing, gets an official all for sci-fi rating of 4.75 stars. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
I'm gonna give it a 4.80.
4.80. It's getting better, guys.
It is getting better. Yes, it is.
I was intrigued. I liked how, and it's great. This is a great show for kids to watch because it teaches them about emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And
does.
Omega's having a real hard time because was it? I think it's Tech, right? Was
Tech's
it?
gone.
No, not Tech. Echo.
Yeah, Echo's gone.
Yeah,
Tech's there.
Yeah, Tech is still there. In fact, Tech is the one that's kind of
Is motionless.
not have too many emotions and doesn't understand what's going on. And
That's
Hunter
right.
has to at one point intervene and said she's really going through a lot with the Echo being gone.
Yep.
But you know, Echo wants to make a difference with other clones, so he wants to get out there with Rex and help other clones out. It's just terrible what they're doing to the clones.
Yes, it is.
So and just the writing, everything is top notch. So Dave Filoni is he's assembled a great team for the Bad Batch. I'm curious to know how many of the people that on this team were part of Clone Wars are Rebels. Wonder. We know the person doing the music's the same person,
Right.
Kevin Kiner. Great music again, loved it. But the absence of Echo, like Mike is talking about, is definitely affecting Omega, and we feel it through the screen. The acting's so good and the animation's so good. So basically, Sid sends them to this kind of dungy-looking off-world, kind of Tatooine reject planet that has more storms that are very violent. And we actually get, I wonder if we're going to get that animal in it that looked
We'll
like
see.
they had some sort of stampede by these. They almost look like deer or antelope or animals. And I'm sure that someone's probably watched that, and they're going to make the toy for us to have the Bad Batch run from, so they don't get stampeded on, right?
Yeah, true.
Can't you wait to have them like chasing Wrecker and all of them and Omega and
Yes.
that'd be fun. But Sid sends them to this off because she has this mine there that she owns, that she bought, that has this mineral that's very explosive, and they're sent there to mine some of it because it's her investment. And when they get there, they find out there's not much there. It's mostly been mined. So they're saying, Sid got a really bad raw deal. And guess who we see? And they don't. I'm pretty sure it's a Hondo and Naka who stole their ship. What do you think? Do you think it's Hondo and Naka?
I believe it
looked
is.
to me like the same costume.
Yeah.
You don't see his face, so it could be somebody different. But he's wearing the same exact outfit that we see at on Smuggler's Run.
Yep.
Galaxy's Edge. Mike, what do you think? Do you think that's Hondo who stole the ship, stole their ship? So yeah. I thought that was, to me. I kept saying that's Hondo. That's Hondo. So basically, they have to get Omega to come in there and help, and their ship gets stolen. So yeah, I hope it's Hondo too. It'd be great to have Jim Cummings doing voiceover again on the Bad Batch. He's great, a great guy too. If you have, I don't know if you've ever met Jim, but he doesn't he do like Winnie the Pooh and a whole bunch of other stuff too?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a great voiceover actor. Nice guy too. Nicest guy you ever meet. So, um, so they got the ship stolen. They have to run and they end up going in this cave and their explosive explodes above the cave as they go in the entrance, and it blocks them so they can't get out. They're stuck in the cave, and that's when Omega has more of a hard time and needs to be alone, and she wanders off and says, "Leave me alone," and she ends up finding a whole bunch of that substance again,
Yeah. A whole big jump
like
of it.
lots of it. But she ends up and they that's when the hunter explains to Tech what's going on and says, "You need to go apologize to her. You need to be nice." And he goes to find Omega, and then Omega falls.
No, he finds her first.
Oh, and they start collecting
So
it.
collecting
That's
it.
right.
Then
They
she
start-
falls.
Yeah, as right before she's getting the last batch of it,
Mm-hmm.
she falls and falls quite far until she ends up in this stream, a bunch of water. So, which is a good thing because they found a different way out.
Yep.
So they end up finding a different way out, and then at the end, if they're able to somehow send a transmission to Sid, and Sid says, "Hang tight, I'll be there in a couple days." And they're saying, "We don't have any food or rations," and she hangs up on them.
Yeah.
So,
And I was busy about it.
you ever been hang up? You ever know those type of people that say what they got to say and just hang up?
Yes, I know them.
Like my wife.
Mm-hmm.
It's like blah 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 blah. Click.
Yep.
Can't you say goodbye?
Nope.
So, so that was some writer who wrote that probably been hung up on a lot, Captain.
Probably,
Rickster.
yeah, probably so, yeah.
So I can't wait to see what's coming up next.
Yeah, next week should be
How
great.
many more episodes do we have now? What are we at, 9 or something like that?
I think so.
What was your favorite part of The Crossing, or did we give it yet?
We gave it already.
No, I don't think you gave it yet.
Oh, no. I like it when Hondo stole the ship.
Oh, you're evil.
I know.
You're evil.
That made them become more reliant on each other.
That's true. Trying to look at what's coming next so we could talk about it. But yeah, it just gets better and better. I'm still, I can't wait to see what happens with Crosshair. I still have hope for Crosshair. I think that Crosshair is going to eventually be back because the way Omega is, I think she's going to somehow get involved in the line of fire somehow. And maybe she even gets injured. Or
But
something
we'll
happens to her,
We'll see.
and
Thanks, Mike.
maybe she gets injured, and I think something happens to her. I'm not trying to predict the future like I did
Yeah.
with that Wookiee episode on Kashyyyk, Mike, but I think that would be a good way to introduce it. Introduce him coming back into the fold, becoming a Clone 99 member again, because
I think there's 16 on season 3. I think it's the same number as season 2, 16.
yeah, they usually do that the same.
Because I know at the very end there's going to be 2 episodes of it. The season finale.
Yeah, my favorite part, I'm trying to think of what my favorite part was. I think well. Well, I mean, I like that where they were when they were running away from the stampede and stuff, and then they got the safety and the thing exploded. I mean, I like that whole thing, that whole sequence would be my favorite probably, and it's the most almost in it. Yeah, The Crossing was episode 9, so I said 8 or 9. It's number 9. So next week is called it's called Retrieval. So I mean, obvious now we know they're stranded,
Yeah,
right?
definitely stranded. Yes.
So now we know why the next episode is called Retrieval. Episode 11 after that's called Metamorphosis, and then The Outpost, and then Pabu, and then Tipping Point, and then The Summit, and then Plan 99. And we know the summit's probably them having the clones getting together. They're probably going to be back on Coruscant, and the summit's probably they're going to do for the clones to figure out what they're going to do with them, because now we have the stormtroopers. And then Plan 99. What is that about? We have the clones 99.
Wait to find out.
Okay, we'll see, right?
Yep, we will see.
Well, guys, it's been a pleasure as always. Thank you guys for joining us, spending an hour with us going over all this. I hope that, and hello to as well, Gerald Mason just showed up. He never posted the interview with Mrs. Chang. We'll have to do that. So, again, guys, thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week. We got a lot to review next week, of course. We'll be on time next week at 3:30. We apologize for coming on a little bit later today. And each week as we close our show, we're going to play a new song, a little clip from the new album that's coming out in March. And Metamorphosis might be the transformation of Crosshair, is what Mike is saying. I think so too, Mike. I think that's a good possibility. By the way, the new album, which will have the Magic Hand Dance on it, it's called We Are Energy. And We Are Energy is coming out in March. End of March. But the song Magic Hand Dance is going to be released, as we said at the beginning of the show, it's going to be released on the 27th. You could go and get it on all streaming media. It's going to be on iTunes, Spotify, so you could download the song Magic Hand Dance. And then the video is going to premiere for the Magic Hand Dance at 6 o'clock Pacific or 9 o'clock Eastern on the 27th. So, and please, everybody, keep checking social media channels. So we're going to be sharing little snippets, like I think they call them teasers. Well, Mike, there's a new phrase on Facebook. They're called reels, I think. So we're going to be sharing little snippets, the reels from the song. We're going to do some TikTok stuff. Although Dante warned me don't do TikTok, so I might be reconsidering that. Don't share any of the clips that I sent you guys yet, because I'm going to send you guys, I'm going to have new clips that actually has that clip that I showed you is just to show you the work we're doing. It doesn't have any identifying markers on it. It doesn't say, Magic Hand Dance by ACM and Eric Walker. It doesn't say when it's being released, but the song for digital download, the single Magic Hand Dance, and the video will be coming on the 27th. But it's part of a bigger album. It's called what's called We Are Energy, which is 9 new songs that myself and ACM composed. One of the songs, and I just got the latest mix of it, so I'm going to go ahead and play it for you guys now. But one of the new songs is called Twin Moons, and that song was in tribute. Twin Moons was in tribute to. Buddy has twins now, by the way.
Right.
I don't know if he wants me to announce it, but Buddy is a father again, and he has a boy and a girl that were just born. And we wrote this song for them called Twin Moons. We're going to go ahead and play a little snippet of it for you. So hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll be back next week. Remember, the force is with you always. Live long and prosper, and may God bless you. And what do you got to say, Captain Rickster?
Yeah, well, have a great rest of your weekend. Have fun. Don't get hurt. Come back next week, and we'll have some more information to give you on what stuff we're doing.
That sounds great. So we'll see you guys next week on time at 3:30. And here's Twin Moons. We'll be back, but we'll play a little bit of the song for you.
Don't know how to say it to you. I can only show you words will never really do. You've been a prisoner most of your life, but I'm not offering a solitary time. It's a serious night for making love on the twin moons. It's a serious night, and I'm here to spend it with you. I wanna paddle with you down to the sea. I hope you join in and paddle with me. I wanna see it through if you will lay me down. I'll gladly go if you will stick around. It's a serious night.
All right, guys. Yeah, Mike, that's great news. So have fun with your mother. Say happy birthday from us. All the love. Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys next week.